Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. It's the backup channel back in Celeb Up and bringing you all the breaking news. The other day, Erykah Badu's daughter Puma posted a picture of her standing alongside her famous mother, and the picture essentially showed the two women from the back. In other words, they were giving the people a little gander at their badunkadunks. And surprisingly, a whole bunch of people on the internet did not like the photo of Erykah Badu and her daughter because they felt that the two were exploiting their bodies in order to get followers and likes. For example, one person on social media wrote, quote, "So you're advertising A, objectifying and exploiting your bodies for personal gain, then post for likes, views, and engagement for payment? This is clearly commercial prostitution," end quote. Another person wrote, "Anything for social media. Thanks for the free B. Daddy is proud. What's up, Doc?" End quote. Well, in response to the big booty backlash, Erykah Badu's 18-year-old daughter went back online and wrote, quote, "I posted a pic, not my mom, of me and my mama Badu in some cute form-fitting pants. I'm an adult. What's the real issue? Let's discuss," end quote. Now, after little Puma Badu made her post, Erykah Badu came online and she had something to say too. Erykah Badu said, quote, "Next year, I'll show y'all a sonogram x-ray of my colon. Doctor says," and I quote, "it's just the prettiest thing I've ever seen," end quote. Listen, Erykah Badu has mad jokes, but check it. Personally, I'm not the type that's gonna post my backside all up in the TV screen or on your little internet screen because I believe in a little modesty and I believe that less is more. However, that's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is I'm so confused because how come some women like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, and even Lizzo can post their behinds all up on your little screens and you don't say nothing? As a matter of fact, mad people are out there give me more booty, give me more booty. However, when Erykah Badu and her daughter do it, then you got a problem. You know what that tells me? That tells me that there's a little booty bias going on out there. Some women can shake their booties all up in your little screens. However, others can't. Hey yo, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think there's a little booty bias going on out there? Hey yo, and while we're talking about biases, let me tell you this next story. The other day, an African-American woman went to McDonald's because she wanted to get a cheeseburger. She walked into the Mickey D, she ordered her cheeseburger, and then she walks out. Once she gets outside, she realizes there's no cheese on her burger. So she goes back into the store, she talks to the manager, she says, "Listen, there's no cheese on my burger." She even whips out her receipt to show that she paid an extra 30 cents for the cheese. So the manager turns around and asks the cook to cook another burger. But the cook gets upset because the cook does not believe that they should have to make another burger. They come from behind the counter, they start arguing with the woman, and the next thing you know, the cops are called. The cops show up and they start talking to the woman. They're like, "What happened?" She's like, "Listen, I wanted some cheese. They didn't give me no cheese." Then the next thing you know, the cops are like, "We need to see your ID." She's like, "What do you need to see my ID for? All I want is my cheese." The next thing you know, these two white cops that showed up on the scene start manhandling this black woman and they start punching her all up in her head. Let me tell you something, people. I'm starting to get mad. I was already mad, but I'm starting to get mad again. These two low-down, dirty bootleg cops need to not only lose their jobs, but they need to be arrested and they need to spend some time in jail. Not only that, this young black sister needs to own the entire McDonald's franchise when this whole thing is said and done. And then she needs to take a picture where she's standing there cheesing. Listen, a lot of times we focus on how these dirty cops disrespect our black men. However, we gotta understand they're out here doing it to black women too. So we gotta stand in solidarity to stop this nonsense. And I gotta tell you, I wish I could say I was surprised that the cops beat this woman over a piece of cheese. However, we live in America and these dudes will do anything to assert the little bit of authority and power that they still have left. And please, 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 do not come in the comments talking about, "Sis, why you talking down about the cops?" Because I'm not talking about all cops. I'm talking about the dirty, low-down, racist cops like these dudes who are running around here doing illegal and disrespectful things. Anyways, let's discuss something else. The other day, T.I. went on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, and when he was there, they were discussing some of the criticism that he received last year over his son King's arrest. And T.I. defended King ring and himself by saying everyone's got bad A kids these days. T.I. said, quote, "I would like to shed light on the fact that we all got bad A kids these days. Don't make it seem like I'm the only one running around here who got bad A kids. You feel what I'm saying? If you ain't got no bad A kids, you got one and you got lucky. Anybody with like 3 or more, you got one that you don't know what the hell you gonna do with. You feel me? So I just wanted to take the time to say that." End quote. Listen, I don't know what to think about what T.I. just said. Is he right? Is everybody out there raising bad A kids? Or is he just over there making excuses for his poor parenting and King's poor behavior? Let me know what you think in the comments and check it. If you have raised some good A kids, let me know that in the comments too. You know why? Because you deserve some props. A little pat on the back for doing a job well done. And check it. If your parents raised you well, you need to turn around and give them a little thank you, because raising your little behind was not an easy task. Now, while we're talking about youngings that are off the hook, we gotta talk about Chrisean Rock and Blueface. As you know, Chrisean Rock announced that she was pregnant, and Blueface responded by saying, "It's not mine and you need to get a pregnancy test." After that, Chrisean Rock was on the red carpet and she got into a fight with some chicks, right? Now, all of this is happening while she's supposed to be pregnant. Well, now, the couple has dropped a new song together called Lit. Oh my goodness, it's literate. Well, anyway, Chrisean Rock went on Complex and she did an interview, and during the interview, she explained why Blueface said he wasn't her baby daddy. Chrisean Rock said, quote, "Blueface is just being a clown. He just mad that I went to Baltimore and I didn't tell him. I said I was in LA with my homegirl Stunner and I wasn't. I was in Baltimore with my family. I took a trip and he blowing up my phone like, where you at? Where you at? I ghosted him for a whole 24 hours, so he can't live with that. He didn't know if I was with a ninja or if I was really with my family, so he got to popping like a little bee." End quote. Listen, if Blueface wasn't out here actually catching real charges, I would swear that these two were just putting on a show for the camera just to get the bag. Because I cannot believe that these two grown behind folks are actually this reckless and this slow. Listen, let me know what you think about them in the comments. And let me know if you think their new song Lit is going to be lit. Check it out. The other night, Chief Keef's baby mama Slim Danger said that she's pregnant, and she allegedly says that the little baby is Lil Baby's baby. The other night, Slim went on IG and she showed her belly and tagged #Lil Baby, asking him for a DNA test. And she shared a pic of Lil Baby's ex, #Jada Cheeves, viewing her stories. Now, in response to Slim's accusation that Lil Baby is her little baby's daddy, Lil Baby says, "Nope, that little baby ain't mine." Listen, who knows whose little baby that is? However, what I do know is that all of these new little rap dudes need to stop sleeping with the same chicks. I mean, for real, how is it humanly possible that 2 different rappers from different states have the same baby mamas? And this is happening over and over again. This is ridiculous. You know what? Maybe it's not even the dudes. Maybe it's these groupies. Maybe they just stepped their game up. But you know what? That just made me think of an amazing idea. Somebody out there needs to create an app that tells these rappers which groupies not to tap. Now check it out. The other day, Beanie, Siegel, and Freeway were doing an interview on the Personal Party podcast, and during the interview, they were asked to describe Dame Dash in one word, and both Rockefeller artists shared nothing but high praise for their former boss. Beanie Siegel even went as far as to say that Dame Dash is the Malcolm X of hip-hop due to his loyalty and how hard he's gone for his artist over the years. Bean said, quote, "Dame would be like the Malcolm X of hip-hop. No BS, because I'm trying to think of one word. You can't describe Dame with one word. But when I see Dame, he like X. He like Malcolm." End quote. Look, personally, I think calling Dame Dash the Malcolm X of hip-hop is a bit much. I think that Dame Dash is the Dame Dash of hip-hop, and I think we should leave it there. I don't think that we should be comparing him to Malcolm X. Now check it out. The other day, an old clip of the cartoon Family Guy resurfaced on the internet, and Nipsey Hussle fans were not happy with the clip because the cartoon took a shot at Nip, which we all know is a no-no. During a scene where Peter Griffith was talking to his kids, the kids were talking about going to a music festival called Coachella, which is a play on Coachella, and one of the kids said, quote, they're gonna have holograms of Tupac and also Nipsey Hussle, who I never heard of and then was told to care immensely about. End quote. After people online saw the clip of Family Guy trying to take the shot at Nip, people reacted, and one person wrote, quote, "The fact that Family Guy disrespected Nipsey Hussle just shows me why I never really took that show serious to begin with." End quote. Another person wrote, quote, "That Nipsey Hussle joke on Family Guy was corny because Nipsey didn't even make music for that crowd." End quote. But check it, even though most people were upset by the clip, some people did come through and defend the cartoon. And some people were like, quote, "It's Family Guy, that's what they do. They take shots at everybody." End quote. I mean, honestly, let's keep it real for a minute. If you're one of those people who didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was before he died, it tells me one thing about you. It tells me that you ain't never bought one of them hip-hop mixtape CDs. Because if you had, you would have known that Nipsey Hussle been banging in these streets. You know what this cartoon clip reminds me of? It reminds me of how these people who are outside of the culture think they know the culture, but they really don't know the culture. But then when they get their hands on a little bit of the culture, they ruin the culture. I mean, you see what happened when they got their hands on the word woke. They just ruined that word for everybody. I can't even be woke no more. I mean, can you be woke? Let me know in the comments. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.